Hello everybody, and just here and welcome back to Revue Starlight, episode 9. I changed the location of my microphone again. You can see it actually peaking just a little bit. Let me know how it sounds. Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? I don't know. You guys have to tell me. Right. Let's not talk about that though. Let's talk about the previous episode where quite a lot of significance has happened. Namely, we got insight into Hikari's life before she came to this brand new academy. And she already took part in the reviews, as it turns out, and she lost. She lost hard, and she had to face the consequences of said loss. She lost her glimmer, and that finally establishes like a good and proper stakes. Before that episode, we could think about what the stakes might be, right? We could suppose. If you win, you can get pretty much anything, it would seem. That was established already with the Dai Banana episode, right? Because she won the review and she was able to rewind time and stay in a time loop. So that established the positive consequences, the positive result of winning a review. But the consequence of losing a review was vague at best. The previous episode, episode 8, really did serve to establish just how dire those consequences are. You completely lose your drive to be a scene girl. You lose your drive to sing, you lose your drive to act, you lose your drive to dance, you lose your drive to ever be on a stage. Now, thankfully, Hikari had a promise made with Karen, and we saw when that promise was made exactly. That's yet another thing that this episode showed us. And thanks to that promise, Hikari got a brand new boost of energy, a brand new drive to fulfill that promise. And thus, her glimmer was restored. She lost that glimmer, and she regained it. And the giraffe was very much pleased because of that, and even got her a spot in this brand new Japanese review. And that tells me that regaining lost glimmer isn't something that happens often, if at all. Hikari might very well have been the very first example of someone who managed to regain their glimmer. And I think that might be the key to a quote unquote good ending, where everybody lives happily ever after, right? Even if someone loses, they might be able to regain their glimmer. If Hikari tells them that it's something they can do, if Karen has her way, she might be able to convince the people around, the people who lost their glimmer, that hey, it's not the end of the world, and they might regain it. Or, as I thought, as I noted down in my little book of theories, Karen might do something to make all of them win, somehow. I'm still not entirely clear on how that would exactly happen. Perhaps something about the sum of their parts being better, being more than each of them individually, so it's the most beneficial for the giraffe and for the review itself that all of them win. Something along those lines, that would be my first thought, and there is no second thought. I have no other theory about that. Right. One more very significant thing. When you lose a review, it's not just that you lose your glimmer. It's not like it vanishes into the ether. Your glimmer passes on to the winner. It's gambling, and the winner takes all. And that's much more, I guess, even cruel to a degree, because I'm still not quite sure if I got like the proper reading on that one scene in the previous episode, but I believe that the winner of the review doesn't know that their newfound powers come at the cost of the literal motivation and ambition being ripped out of their rivals. I don't think it's something that's said in the open. The winners just think, oh yeah, I won, I get to have my wish fulfilled or whatever. They don't know that it's at the cost of other people. I guess one other way the whole review thing can go is, should Karen learn that it is the case, she might very well refuse to be the winner. She might win, but refuse to take other people's glimmer. That's a theory and a half. Actually, yet again, a case of not even having started an episode and theories already being formed. That's Virgin Road. Here is Revue Starlight. Karen wins and refuses to take the loser's glimmer. That's perfectly plausible to me. Uh, Anything else that happened in the last episode that was of particular significance? Uh, I think it was mostly just the establishment of stakes and the re-establishment of the importance of the promise between Karen and Hikari, the importance that it holds. And also, there was a thought, just a brief thought that appeared, that Karen will eventually have to fight Hikari, because everybody fights everybody. And if Hikari wins, she will take Glimmer from Karen. And if Karen wins, she will take Glimmer from Hikari. It's a lose-lose scenario, essentially. That's why they must win, the both of them together at the same time, somehow. And how will they do it? I don't know, but we will learn that after watching this episode. So, subs and sound, and an early reminder that you can watch the next episode early on Patreon, link in the description. For $10 a month, you get early access to Symphogear G and Revue Starlight. And now we can start episode 9 of the latter with subs by Ripple. As always, as usual, nothing's changed. And let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. New script. So it changes year to year? Pu'er with fresh mint. A lot of nobody characters in the background. And it's probably something you're more used to from your reviews. Pink glow. Pink sparkle. Do those pink sparkles show whenever someone shows their drive? She was proud of that design, so the sparkle showed up. Condescends. Well, Banana wouldn't agree. She likes the tale being repeated I don't know how many times. What do you have to say about it, Banana? That's what the giraffe wants. The giraffe doesn't like stagnation. What's in your mind, Banana? Yep. Yep. Constantly strive for improvement. Ah, the creepy atmosphere. Whenever Banana appears on the screen. But it's not my review. That's not the 99th review that I love so dearly. You claim it's going to be better, but what if it isn't? Change means it can be worse. Stagnation is the way to eternal happiness. Let it stagnate. I really hope we're going to get background on Banana eventually. We got background on Kaoruko, on Futaba. Not much on Maya and Claudine. Not much on Junna, admittedly. We got background on Karen and Hikari. Yeah, really, what made Banana this way? Everything, the actions of every single person so far have been explained by their background in one way or another, right? Some promise in the childhood, striving to be the best, something along those lines. But what's Banana's obsession with stagnation, with keeping the status quo? Another sparkle. Yeah, I'm asking the same question, Karen. Another sparkle. Another sparkle. I'm gonna stop pointing them out, I guess. That once I started noticing them, there are two now. I just can't stop noticing them now. The obelisk. Oh, we're getting some background on Banana. She was very lonely. Does it stem from loneliness? The previous year was just the best year of her life with friends and whatnot, so she wants to keep it? You're letting it slip, banana. You're letting it slip. Yeah. Yes, please continue. Junna? Yeah, so exactly what I thought it is. It seems. It was the best year of her life, so she doesn't want to risk everything going into the shitter. She'd rather keep stagnating in the best year of her life. So a yearly rendition of Starlight is baked into the very Starlight. Nice. Sees the glimmer. Hmm. Big star and small star. Futaba? Okay. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. And her cape falls off. Another parallel to the review. There's a lot of parallels between the review and Starlight. I mean, I guess that's why the show is called Revue Starlight. That makes me wonder what was the parallel in England. Did they have a parallel to another show, or do they also uh, have the same play? Another parallel between Flora and Claire, and Karen and Hikari. Yeah, its worth doesn't lie in its material worth, rather in the story that's contained within. Hikari Spin has two stars on it, a large star and a small star. Yeah, the fuck are you on? Ah, so because that was when you spent nice time with Junna, because Junna said that she really liked that play, you choose to repeat it over and over. It threw a wrench into your plans. Yep, yep, yep. She's a fucking yandere. Well then fuck off and don't take part in it. Simple solution. Okay, who's gonna fight? Hikari changed is what? Yep, it's Karen. I am remade. Okay, we're treated to the full henshin. I love how this henshin implies that she's not reusing her costume. It's sewn from scratch every single time she appears here. Karen versus Banana. Karen versus Banana. Nana. The Nana Day of Auditions. Review of Bonds. Karen got a newfound strength precisely because Hikari came. If not for Hikari, Karen wouldn't have the drive to fulfill their promise. Yep, yep, yep. Change brings with it tragedy. Well, as the youth says nowadays, tough shit. Yes! It's the moment that counts. It's something that exists only here and now. She went off center. Oh, just to spite her, she went off center. Because she has something to fight for. And you, Banana, I'm afraid you don't. You're fighting for no real reason. Position 0, 1 and done. Will Banana change now? Will she change her outlook? Will she be healed by Karen the way Junna was initially? The way Hikari was? In her own misguided way? Yeah, I guess. Yes. Eternal stagnation is pretty much like a dead giveaway that you're wrong. You really like Shakespeare, do you not? Another Shakespeare quote? Of course. Banana is just ready to pounce at her. Starlight. Okay. I really like Banana's cracking voice. Okay. So not entirely eternal stagnation, but just mostly. New friends forming, new bonds. Yep, yep, yep. Adapt. What else? Yeah, That's what you should strive for. Strive for. Two stars and a glimmer. Yeah, keep it. Nobody tells you to throw it out. It's something that happened. It's your memories. Okay, so it wasn't directly Karen that was responsible for Banana's change? I guess partially. Mostly Junna, though. Oh, duet? Oh, fly me to the star. My camera fucking froze. Thankfully, it's the ED, so my reaction to the ED isn't, crucial to the whole experience. Oh, fly me to the star. Junna and Banana. That ass. Oh, episode 10 and already the finale. The show must go on. Hmm. Ah, I'm guessing next week we're going to see Karen go against Hikari? Maybe, I don't know. What I do know is that we should go through it again. Shall we? Okay. Do I have something worth mentioning far as my theories go? Karen manages to convince everyone that all of them can be at the top. Karen fighting anyone will help that someone in the long term traumas, issues, misconceptions, and so forth. I guess Karen fighting Banana did make Banana change somehow. Banana has feelings of inadequacy or inferiority because of Hikari. That's why she moved backstage. Well, we can cross that one out because that wasn't her motivation whatsoever. The giraffe is an elder god feeding on a glimmer. I don't think that's the case, but we don't have confirmation either way quite yet. Reviews are gambling. Stake your glimmer, winner takes all. I'm not gonna cross it out in orange or green quite yet, just in case. And Karen wins and refuses to take the loser's glimmer. Well, we have to wait until the last episode or thereabouts. Actually, I can fully see episode 10 being the next episode being about something not about the review. The review starts at the very end of episode 10, continues through episode 11, is resolved there, and in episode 12, we actually see them play the Starlight. That, or episode 10 is the final review, episode 11 is Starlight, and episode 12 is an epilogue of sorts. Could go either way, because I might be mistaken here. I might be mistaken, so correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't they about to graduate now? No, they're second years. Yeah, they're second years because this is the first time around they're getting kohais. Yeah, okay, so they're not graduating quite yet. The significance of this play is purely because it's the 100th Starlight, not because it's their last Starlight. Okay. I was mistaken. It's the brand new script. Everybody is happy. Proposal, June 18th. Weapon. That's a nice halberd. But yeah, halberds are usually just a little bit longer, on the longer side. They are pole arms, after all. Classified as pole arms. It's not like a two-handed or one-handed axe. 1, 2, 3 pink sparks. 4 people on the screen. I don't think the amount of sparks has anything to do with the amount of people on the screen. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I'm still trying to figure out those sparks. I know that they probably signify glimmer, because the shining light, the beacon during the reviews, also emits this kind of a glow. And the same glow is portrayed on the dress, on the headpiece. Maybe sleeve line pronounced. 3 jewels. And in the new one, yeah, I agree that the silhouette was just a little bit more pronounced. Too pronounced. Not a huge fan of the whole headpiece, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, I really like this one though. Much smaller headpiece and much more pronounced singular jewel. Set the hair free and make it so the jewel stands out. Use springy and resilient fabric for the dress. I like how everything is translated here. I really appreciate it. C'est bien. You're putting on the same play. Not quite. You're putting a brand new spin on the play. I actually like that. As a concept, not just in as far as anime is concerned, as far as storytelling is concerned and whatnot, but generally as a concept. That a school has a play they put on year after year, but it changes ever so slightly every year. Because other people are responsible for the script, other people play different roles, I really like it as a concept. Damn. I wish I had a school. If I had an acting school, that's what I would do. A school tradition. So to avoid tedium, you should always attempt new things. Banana would disagree with you, but yeah, I agree. Fresh mint in tea is great, but then you get leaves in your mouth. That's interesting tidbit. The spear, the mace, the sword, the halberd. It's way too short for a halberd. It's a two-handed axe, but let's call it a halberd. They are props for the play, yeah, but each of them still has that little bit of a jewel, that pink spot on it, and they are very much reminiscent of the weapons they used during the review. Interesting. There's, as I noticed, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of parallels between the review and the Starlight. The monolith with a beacon on top. the weapons, the clothes, the dresses, these they are different, but other than that, there are a lot of many parallels, which I guess we aren't meant to think of those sorts of implications because Revue is very much a not a literal show, right? You shouldn't take everything here literally. You shouldn't be thinking about more widely reaching consequences and how the world works and whatnot. It's very much surreal and metaphorical. But I can't help but wonder, what if there's a school out there who just doesn't play Starlight? Do they not get to participate in the reviews? Are there other reviews parallel to the other play they enact that isn't Starlight? What if there's some school that changes the play they have every year? Does the review follow? Or is the review always a parallel to Starlight? I don't know. I don't know. And we aren't meant to know. We aren't meant to think about those things or how many people are actually taking part in those reviews. This seems to be like the Japanese review, and there's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 taking part in it. And I'm assuming there's more than 9 people interested in acting and dancing and singing in the entirety of Japan, more than 9 scene girls, more than a single school. So how exactly do the logistics of the review look? I don't know. But again, we aren't meant to know. We are meant to focus on this particular school, this particular 9 scene girls, and that's the limit. That's the hard limit of this show. I don't mind it. In case it wasn't clear, I don't mind it at all. Should make it even better than before. Yes, that's what auditions are for. Yes, we're not putting on something entirely different, but we're putting our own spin on it. We have grown through our hard work. Yes, but Banana doesn't like it. Hmm. Yeah, I'm looking for some significance of this scene. There's Banana and Junna on one side covered in light, and there's Karen and Mahiru on the other side covered in shadow, but I don't think there's any particular significance to it. The light is there purely to draw our attention to that side. Karen and Mahiru are just completely in the background, just to make the scene not feel that empty. I think that's what it's about. There isn't any particular significance to it. I guess the significance is that Karen notices something's wrong with Banana. Yeah, everybody notices something's wrong with Banana. Why are you playing? I didn't tell you to play. Glimmer, 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 glimmer. Again, I keep noticing it, but I really can't figure out the significance. And it bothers me. It irks me. Just in the back of my head, there's constantly, what's the significance of it? Is this particular cardboard star significant? Is this particular piece of white cardboard significant? Is this hook, does it belong to someone in particular? Was it shown in some scene 7 episodes ago that Junna put her code there, or I don't know, Karen put her bag on that hook, and that's why this hook now has the glimmer of Karen. And I keep looking for significance, but at this point, I'm not sure there is significance to those uh, glimmer sparks. Seventh Middle School Culture Festival when the passion awakes. Right. It can't be a hook that belongs to Karen or anybody because it's not now. It's back in the past, back in middle school. It's just having everyone join to keep the club going. But you couldn't. Nobody joined your club. They all have their own clubs to worry about. Play when the passion awakens. Nobody was interested in the play. Nobody was interested in joining her. She didn't have friends that shared her passion. And when she gained them, I completely missed it. How could I have missed it? If they are second years now, that means 99th play was their first year. They were first years. The first time ever that Banana got friends and someone who shares her passion. She joined the academy. She was able to, for the first time, probably, take part in a play and have fun and meet friends who share her interests. And meet Junna and meet all of those other characters. Yeah, it's much more significant than I thought it was. I thought initially that it was just some random year that, oh, they had 97th Starlight, 98th Starlight, but 99th Starlight is the Starlight that Banana particularly liked, so she decided to reenact this one over and over. But no, it was literally her first year at the academy, her first contact with people just as passionate about the art as she was, her first time having actual real friends. There's no wonder she wants to keep repeating it. Actually, genuinely, there's no wonder. I understand her. I don't, agree with what she's doing to her ends, right? With her constantly repeating and reenacting, but I understand her motivations now. Okay, everything clicked now. Everything clicked. I mean, you can't really say about Revue that everything clicked because, let's be honest, this is a show that you can rewatch 11 times and then you watch it for the 12th time and you notice something new. And then you rewatch it 13th time because you found a brand new reaction series to it on YouTube and the dude who reacts to it notices something you didn't. And you can constantly keep rewatching it and finding something new. So everything clicked is a stretch, but everything regarding Banana's motivations did click to me. It was only after coming here that I made friends who I could really create plays with together. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, 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 yes. I have to protect my Starlight. It wasn't just the best year of her life, it was the first year of her life that wasn't bad. There's a difference, right? There's a big difference between that. One implies that there were years when she was having fun, and this particular year was when she was having the most fun. But no, she wasn't having fun before. She didn't have friends. She couldn't enact plays by herself because nobody else was interested. This is genuinely the first time ever, probably in her life, that she was actually able to fulfill her ambitions to some degree, that she was able to connect with some people. It really is no wonder. Story of goddesses guided by the light of the stars. Distant planet from long ago in the faraway. Distant planet, long ago in the faraway future. I guess that distant planet must be next to a black star or black hole or something, since there are some tiny wimey shenanigans. Fated encounter, they met. But oh no, one of them lost memory, and we have to find the star and grasp the star to regain that memory. Yeah, if you're able to seize a star at the top of the tower, Starlight Gathering. Uh, more glimmer, more glimmer. Okay, let's go through the introductions because they match from what I noticed. Not entirely sure about all of them, all of their descriptions, but for the most part they match. Fury. It's Juna, isn't it? She doesn't wear glasses, so it's hard to tell for me. Fury. Let's quickly recall her review. I don't know, maybe Fury fits her. I'm not entirely sure, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know. Kaoruko. Escape. Yeah, she was literally trying to escape when she had a disagreement with Futaba. Not like, perhaps not like escape for realsies, but escape in hopes for Futaba to chase after her. So yeah, escape fits perfectly. Arrogance. That was like the first time Karen fought against. Did she fight against Maya or Claudine? Against Maya. Yeah, she fought against Maya. And she thought that she's able to stand toe to toe with her, even though she wasn't putting any effort whatsoever into what she's doing, into polishing her art. She just went up and thought she has a chance, but she didn't. And only after she lost, she started she started working on herself. So yeah, arrogance fits Karen. Curse. I have no idea how curse pertains to Futaba. Yeah, I have no idea. Jealousy. I mean, Mahiro and Jealousy. Name a more iconic duo. Despair. Kinda, sorta. She came from a state of despair, and now she's despairing over the fact that her perfect reenactment is no longer perfect. Okay, I guess it fits. Cycle of despair. It shall be bestowed upon you the star which you have longed for. None of them have their Revue weapons. And oh no, Claire was blinded by the twilight. And no, not Claire. Flora was blinded by the twilight, and Claire despaired over it. I might be uncultured, but I don't understand this play. Like at the very beginning, it was very clear, right? It's a story of they met, then next year they met again, but one of them lost her memory, and so they decided to go on a travel on a journey to some tower that can hopefully regain her memories, and they have to maybe fight their way through the goddesses, maybe convince them maybe something, and to grasp the star and regain their memories. But I don't get the ending of Starlight. I don't. Clara's bravery in her attempt to achieve a miracle for a friend, fearing no danger. Claire's strength. Laura's bravery in her attempt to achieve a miracle for a friend, fearing no danger. There's a parallel between Flora and Claire and Hikari and Karen, but I'm trying to figure out who's who. Claire's strength, continuing to remember the promise she made with her dear friend, having forgotten all else. Would Claire... Would Flora be Karen and Claire be Hikari? I'm not sure. Could be... Could go either way, honestly. Could go either way. Brilliant stage and important friends. Oh yes, eternal stagnation. It's hard work, but a rich and fulfilling experience. If only those days could continue forever. Yeah, she's really freaking tuned out, isn't she? I mean, no wonder you have one of your friends suddenly proclaim that she believes in eternal stagnation to save you all from change. I'd be freaked out as well. Yeah, that's not my Starlight. It's only 8 people, not 9. This script has changed. It's not the same script, it's different. And we're different. And Karen changed. And everybody changed because of her. And she figures out that it's not Hikari who changed things, it's Karen. But Karen changed because of Hikari. If Hikari didn't arrive here, Karen wouldn't have this much of a drive to win. Let's be honest here. But because Hikari arrived, Karen found a newfound strength, a newfound drive to strive to be the best. Because she reminded herself of the promise they made that the both of them will be at the top. Yeah, henshin sequence. I love it. Probably, honestly, the I wanted to say the best henshin sequence in the history of henshin sequences, but like purely from the standpoint of the amount of detail used. All the grime and grunge. Not much, not particularly much flair to it, and henshin sequences are very much known for their flair. There isn't a shot of Karen dressing up. But yeah, I generally really do like this henshin sequence. I'm not gonna call it the best one because I haven't seen the evil Miku henshin sequence from Symphogear G quite yet. I'm gonna watch it with episode 13 or with the OVA or as a standalone. I don't know yet. I'm going to reserve my judgment until then. 99th review. Okay, what's she saying about those plump and soft fruits fully ripened and plump atop the stage? But they're all soft. So someone has to protect them. You're talking about bananas there? Die banana. Forever as many times as it takes. Review of Bonds. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about the review of Bonds. Yeah, I genuinely am not sure. Bonds don't really come into play here, do they? Unless if you take what Banana says at like face value that she's doing it for her friends. Banana's bonds with her friends. is what prompted this review, but that's just a little bit of a stretch, if you ask me. The bond that Banana shares with Junna, it's not like particularly strong of a bond either. Right? Like Kaoruko and Futaba, for example, they know each other since childhood and they have a strong bond with each other. Hikari and Karen, they share a bond that's also very strong because of the promise and because they're childhood friends. Either like Futaba fighting with Kaoruko or Karen fighting with Hikari, if either of those reviews were named Review of Bonds, I'd understand it, but Review of Bonds in case of Banana? Maybe I'm missing something. Hey, the thing was that changed was you, Karen. The Glimmer Flames. I hate Starlight. Change brings with it tragedy. To part with a friend you've made is far too cruel a tragedy. What are you on, Banana? Sky shines differently today from yesterday. I want to show you this newborn star. And yeah, everybody changed. It shows us. Everything has changed when the Fire Nation attacked. No, don't step aside. I just want to treasure and protect you all. But Karen just steps aside. She goes off center, outside of the bounds of the 99th review. And it disappears. Why are you so dazzling? Because she has a drive. She has a goal in mind. Banana doesn't. That's the difference between them. Banana has a state in mind, a state she wants to keep. She doesn't have a goal in mind. She will never be satisfied. There will never come a moment where she says, okay, that's it. I achieved what I wanted to achieve. I'm satisfied. No, she would have continued to repeat the 99th review again and again and again and again without a goal, without an end. Karen has a very concrete, very precise goal. That's why she's so dazzling. Because she has actual ambitions. A little bit of a heart-to-heart with Shakespearean quotes. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. Yeah. On one hand, you won't lose if you don't play. On the other, you won't win if you don't play. So you gotta make the risk. You gotta take the shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? Yeah, everyone else started changing too. Hikari hangs out with Karen and Mahiru doesn't mind. Yeah, she's showing a gentle smile. Futaba is casually hanging out with Claudine now. Another change. That wasn't the couple, the pair that was set up from the get-go. Next we have Maya hanging out with Kaoruko. Yet another completely new friendship that appeared out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, I say. Out of Hikari's and mostly Karen's meddling. Yeah, let's make it together. Let's improve together. Let's go forth Let's reach into the new. We're changing, sure, but that gives us the potential to change for the better. The time progressing doesn't mean I will stop being your friend if you're afraid of that. I won't. Or maybe I will. I don't know, but only time can tell. Wakarimasu. Uh, Maya in the first, Hikari in the second, Claudine third, Karen, Karen in third, tied with Claudine. Ho ho ho, she's climbing up. The last day of auditions. Go back, please. There we go. There's only 4 of them on the board. Is it that the others didn't appear quite yet when the scene was changed, the shot was changed? Or is it that everybody is out and it's only the 4 of them that are left now, and they will have to fight it out between each other? Claudine and Maya, of course, the top stars, and Hikari and Karen, the duo who made the promise. There we go. That's it. That was episode 9 of Revue Starlight. Uh, this episode finally allowed me to like fully understand Banana and her motivations, because that was the big, I'm not gonna say pain point, but it was the missing piece. Most of everything else I was able to pick up sooner or later, perhaps besides the whole situation with Futaba and Karuka. That's still just ever so slightly unclear to me, but I digress. But yeah, Banana's motivations were really that one weird point to me, I guess. Uh, on one hand, I like the way it was resolved. I kinda like the fact that Karen wasn't directly involved in it, or rather, Karen did change Banana through winning and through her own little, through their dialogue on the stage of the review. But I like that it was Junna in the end who really got through to Banana. So yeah, on one hand, I like the way it was resolved. On the other, I feel like Banana plunging the world into eternal stagnation is just a little bit too significant to be resolved in this way. Because their fight didn't even last that long, right? And there wasn't any. I don't know, how should I say it? There wasn't any prelude to that. I don't know. What I mean is that Banana kind of fessed up to Junna, but Karen until the very end didn't know what Banana was doing, but then during the review she kinda knew what Banana was doing, so she knew how to change her, what to tell her, how to speak with her. Yeah, I think the plot line with Banana felt too significant to me to be resolved this quickly. I fully expected to have. I guess we did get a little bit of background on Banana from her childhood and whatnot. I guess the whole episode essentially was focused on giving us Banana's mindset. Hmm. I think it's mostly about the fight that it felt very short for its significance. I don't know. I I didn't dislike this episode. whatsoever. Like, don't get me wrong. Uh, I guess Revue is just the kind of show that has episodes that just feel odd and you can't exactly put your hand on it. I don't dislike this feeling, but there is an odd feeling of a, I guess, non-standard pace and non-standard solutions. Because let's be honest, the whole plot of Banana plunging the world into eternal stagnation is something that could very well have been the driving plot of the entire series. Like, let's be honest here. The finale of this season could have been Karen fighting Banana to restore world to the way it was. It wouldn't be all that out of there, all that outrageous, all that weird to even completely sideline the plot of the review itself, of winner takes all, and the winner can be the best and the loser loses and all that stuff, and just shift the focus into the banana plotline. It wouldn't be weird. It's something very significant that was resolved in the same way a lover's spat between Futaba and Karuka was, right? The significance of the plot was very high, the resolution was the same kind of deal. I don't dislike it, it just feels odd. But yeah, I'm not gonna focus on that. Uh, what's done is done, and the next review is apparently the last one. We do have 3 more episodes left. I think it has 12 episodes, not 13. I might be mistaken. Let me check, actually. Revue Starlight. 12 episodes and 3 OVAs. Okay. So we do have 3 episodes uh, to figure everything out. And it seems like the very next episode will be the last review. Especially judging by the title, The Show Must Go On. Or maybe not, maybe as I said, the last review will start at the end of the next episode and will continue throughout 11th, and episode 12 will be an epilogue. Yeah, I cannot predict what the ending will be, honestly. I'm trying, and I have many theories, but I'm not entirely certain in any of them. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen exactly. If you don't want to wait and you're watching it on YouTube, you can support me on Patreon. Name here, link here, and you can watch the next episode 1 week early. And yeah, I think I'm just going to end it because I don't want to sit here umming and ahming and circling around with my thoughts. So, you guys, you tell me, what did you think of this episode, of my reaction, of my theories? Keep everything spoiler free, please. I beg of you. We're not far from the end. I want to experience the rest of it myself, completely blind. If you do want to talk spoilers, my Discord is here. There is a Revue Starlight channel there. You can use spoiler tags and talk spoilers there with other people who have already seen Revue Starlight and don't mind the spoilers. Like this video if you liked it, disliked if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases, not only of Revue Starlight, but also Spy X Family, Symphogear G, Skeleton Knight in Another World, Shield Hero Season 2, and Shokei Shoujo Virgin Road. Yeah, if you're interested in any of those, subscribe, click the bell, you know what to do. If you really like my content, you can support me on Patreon. Already said it, but it's my outro, so I'm gonna repeat it. Link in the description. $10 early access to Revue and Symphogear. $1 or more or any other sum gets you a role on the Discord server, and it gets you a place in the credits that will roll very shortly. If you don't want to spend the money but still want to support the channel, spread the word, share my videos, because spreading the word through the grapevine is really, really helpful in gaining reach and costs you absolutely nothing. Join my Discord, already said all of that. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, the usual, and it's going to be it from me for today. So as always, do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Cheers! And here's the credits that I mentioned. You can help expand the list.